called the Bay for the year ahead. Bay of Plenty haven't won this fixture, or just won once in the last 5 games, so plenty to prove for this side, a side that was done 32-29 last week in Dunedin. Hawke's Bay, on the other hand, scoring 7 tries in their demolition job of Manawatu. So 2 very good teams, 2 very young teams, and conditions trying to cooperate. Willie Loso sideline.
Yeah, very good afternoon, everybody. There you can see 14 degrees, and just as you join us, a shower is coming across the ground. Plenty of blue sky out to the north, but the track is firm, and Hawke's Bay have won the toss. They will kick off and play left to right as you see it.
Here is the Hawke's Bay side, Matty Cooper. Some exciting talent in this team, especially in the back 3.
Oh, absolutely. Kaka, isn't he? Vianu from Canterbury and Zach Guilford. Very impressive last week at McLean Park against Manawatu. But also look at Buckham, an improving centre as well. So the Hawke's Bay backs, very good. Mike
Coman, their captain, just bringing them in for the final words. Mike Coman disappointing fans last week when he did not bleed.
That's right. We know about Mike Coman. Wonderful captain. And the Magpies, they're a championship team, and they're playing the Bay. Bay of Plenty, they don't want to lose a second crossover game, Scotty. That's the problem for them. This team doesn't want to think too much about next week.
Well, Hawke's Bay have done a raid job on Canterbury this year. 5 Canterbury players up into the Hawke's Bay side, including Ben Franks, who did mention last night in Wellington after the test that he was pretty keen to go and have a crack at the Shield next week with this Hawke's Bay side. So that could double as Ben Franks' debut for the province as well. But tonight, it'll be the likes of Max Laheef, Jed Robinson and Brendan Edmonds in the front row for Hawke's Bay. There's been some creativity and Christian names in this forward pack. 2 Marks, 2 Mikes, 2 Brendans, a Max and a Jed.
Absolutely, and here come the Magpies. Travelled up from Napier yesterday. Mike Coman leads them out, Scotty.
So Coman, he's a gnarly old campaigner, Mike. He gives us all on the field, and as we mentioned rather flippantly earlier, he does like to bleed a bit too. So he'll be putting his body on the line for the Hawke's Bay team today. Meanwhile, Bay of Plenty, who last week rolled out around about 10 debutants, and some good talent there in the halves, and Fisilau and Rapier, both plenty of experience, as do Mather and Lynn in the midfield. Dave Thomas, Satauti, Steve Honey, son of Cliff in the backfield for Bay of Plenty. It's certainly been a fresh start.
Bo Robinson there as well, you can see in shot, the Queenslander playing open side for the Steamers, and yeah, good side. Very young, isn't it, Kevin Schuler's men, but they'll want to have a good performance here at Tauranga. That's important for them to get their campaign going against a very good Hawke's Bay side. Looking forward to this one, Battle of the Bays. It's bragging rights, isn't it? Whoever wins the fixture gets the right to be called the Bay.
Gillies Kaka on field, debuted for the New Zealand Sevens team under Gordon Titchens in Wellington earlier this year, and of course finished the season being named in the HSBC Dream Team. Quite an achievement for Gillies Kaka, who is just naturally gifted. A talented footballer whose combination with his good friend Ihaya West is at times something to marvel at. Willie Rapier will lead the Bay of Plenty side out. Well, what an amazing turnaround in fortunes for Willie Rapier. Very much publicised departure from the force, but he's rebuilding his career here in the Bay, rebuilding his reputation, and what a moment to come out, leading a team out at home in a big fixture in ITM Cup Rugby. And Willie Rapier also kicking 7 from 7 last week, Matt, so he's certainly got the tee working.
Oh, that's right. He's a very experienced 5'8", and the way to get back on track is to play the game, play the code. As you mentioned, 100% last week. Willie Rapier leading out the Steamers for the first time.
Well, I would like to mention too, Johan Bardul, part of the squad here in Bay of Plenty. His brother Damien has leukemia, and the team today wearing yellow laces for the cause. It's called the Go for Goal organisation, and its cause is Lace Up for Leukemia. So congratulations to the boys for getting in behind. Best of luck to Damien, and have a look for Go for Goal next time you're online having a surf around. Wonderful cause. Jed Robinson in the side for Ash Dixon this week, and there is Ihaya West having a chat to Mike Fraser, the latest New Zealander on the IRB's international test panel, assisted by Gabby McDermott and Richard Jensen. There is Shane.
Right goal. Good. Right back.
So the 45th match between the two bays is underway here at Bay Park Stadium, and immediately into the action is Kenny Lynn, who takes it down. Good tackle made on him by Satauti. And Fisilau pops it up. Solid running. Axton's the vice-captain. Outside the 22, Fisilau pops up her box kick. This one will drop on Satauti under pressure, knocked back into the arms of Big Bo Robinson over the halfway line. Talapitanga playing halfback. Fisilau popped it up. Big hit came in on Kane Hames. Wide ball this time. Lit straight there. Mather lends a hand and Fisilau stays short side. Wide pass. Some strong running and did well just to buy some time before Callum Retallick turned up. And Big Red's up over the 10. Good start for Bay of Plenty this. Hames again. Smashed in the tackle, well behind the advantage line. Turnover play. Good defence. Now a chance on the counter-attack for Hawke's Bay. A heap with a good carry. Guildford whips the pass across. Great run from Brady. He's taken down. 5 short of the 22 as Guildford goes in for seconds. Matthewson to West. And West happy just to get a midfield set. Good work too from Mark Abbott. Matthewson into the forward pass to Robinson, not picked up. Bay of Plenty trying to get over the top of this. They've done pretty well. The fight is on, the ball is loose and dived on. Again, it's Abbott showing hunger for the ball. Coleman held up the pass, dropped back. Royal this time.
General play.
It's a busy old start to the match. Ball swung out to West. West goes behind to Guildford. Guildford held the ball up nicely to Brady. Brady's taken down 10 short of the Steamers line. Robinson, away to Guildford. What a busy start. Matthewson to West, pinpoint. O'Connor took the hit. Bo Robinson was there. West again organising. Satauti. Viunu, I should say. Great line, Brendan O'Connor. And a good tackle that had to be made, 8 short of the line. It's hustle time here for the Magpies as Brady rips it across. Guildford, 1 on 2, still managed somehow to get the ball out. Atkins sets, short side play, diving for the line. They think they may be in here. Hawke's Bay will have a powwow. Jed Robinson doesn't look convinced, although I just think that's his natural look.
Gee, outstanding start. Hawke's Bay. It all started from Coleman. They're going to go upstairs and just check this out at the moment from Mike Fraser. But gee, that was impressive. It started, as I say, from a turnover from Coleman. The captain featuring quite a lot there. Here he's going right to. Let's have a look at the right, that foot there. Oh, she's close, isn't it?
Well, it looked like he was actually out before he planted the ball, Matt. We're going to have to get a second look, but there's indications from both teams that they're certainly here to play footy.
Yeah, he's out there, absolutely.
So that try will be disallowed, but 3 minutes straight to start the game, ball and play. As we're looking at this replay, welcome into the commentary box, Phil Burley. Phil, good to have you back up in the Bay, and obviously not playing, which is a bit of a shame, but another season truncated with injury. But this Bay of Plenty side, your side, it's a young team, and they've got plenty to prove this year.
It is. I think there's about 10 guys had their first games last week, but there's plenty of experience amongst them playing for other ITM Cup teams, so they should be all right today.
This sort of start, this sort of defensive alignment right now, what does the Bay of Plenty side have to do in order to negate this attack?
They're just going to really get off the line quickly. They need to be a wee bit more urgent than they were before, I think, jumping on those loose balls and getting in amongst it.
Well, they set the drive now, 6 out from their own line, so good defensive line-out win for Bay of Plenty. Fisilau again decides to do the kicking, and that goes out and into touch. So play up to the 22-metre line.
Well done, Samasoni. Fisilau, very powerful halfback for the Bay of Plenty Steamers. And that was a good recovery. Didn't have a great angle. Did well. Jed Rollins impressed Scotty and Phil already by the second row for Hawke's Bay. Allardyce and Abbott, 2 from the School of Canterbury, the Academies of Canterbury Rugby. Good players to watch.
Coleman, he's at the back and he's stalking. Has support now from Atkins.
First stoppage. Going sideways.
Coleman has only just bound to that ball. But we're still underway. They've called one stoppage on the Magpies. They keep rumbling up. This is impressive work from the big forward pack from the Magpies.
Clear it. Clear it.
Clear as the call. Matthewson needs it. Takes it. They set up again. It was a flat ball to Brady, but they were up to meet him. A good tackle. Bo Robinson again. Prominent in defence early. Here's West. West over the top. West ball to Kaka. And Kaka sets it up. And Vainu puts it down. That's how it's done.
Ihaya West.
Same thing as the other side.
He's going to have a look. Vainu, I think he's over. What a pass from Ihaya West.
Well, look, there's no problem with that. That was a definite try. You saw it on the first take there. He went down, he had plenty of space. He kept his feet in play and planted it. He actually went across the line before he put the ball down. This will be a try, fellas.
Confident Lose on the sideline. Here's Vainu. He saw the defender coming across, put the dive on. And he was well and truly over the line by the time he got the ball down, but no problem at all. That will be given. Simple play. Great vision, though, standing at 10, Ihaya West. New players were outside him. Phil, when you go to throw those balls, and you know you've got to beat that guy coming through, your heart stops, doesn't it? Yes. Just for a moment.
That danger of the intercept, isn't it? But great vision there by West, and exploited our sort of rush defence out wide there.
What he did do too, he's let a couple of wide passes go early. And yeah, he looks exciting, doesn't he? It is a gamble, it's a bit of risk, but you got to take that, don't you? Here he goes, see them coming out wide. Oh, yeah, gee, it was close. It was almost try time, wasn't it, the other? He took the risk early in the game, and the Magpies have got the early reward.
Yeah, Satauti was the man that actually went for the intercept that didn't pay off, but yeah, it's good to see that you guys are acknowledging the hard work of the forwards first from the line-out that actually drove it in. They created the space out wide.
Big call from the former Tongan captain.
He's still Tongan. He's not a former Tongan.
Captain. Here he goes, West.
Trying to bend it round, Ihaya West. That is a kick. That is some nudge. Ihaya West makes it 7 to start the game.
Well, five from 7 last week against Manawatu, the Havelock North player. Good start for Ihaya West.
We watch again. There's the ball. Gee, that's a great ball. And Gillies Kaka just drifting on the outside as well. It was either one way or another. It was going to be a try. Here's the kickoff. And O'Connor can't hold on. Straight down as the call. Picked up by Atkins. Abbott. Matthewson. West again. Chance for Bay and Plenty to spark something from the backfield. Good solid run too, up over the halfway line. Picked up and driven on. Josh Soul, the man, getting through some work. A note on this Bay and Plenty forward pack. Callum Retallick with 66 caps, has more caps than the rest of this Bay and Plenty team combined. That says it all as the mark is taken.
Well, Callum Retallick, the man you're talking about, did the chase. Phil, it wasn't a good line, was it? You need a good, strong chase if you're going to kick. Didn't even as though they didn't know it was going to happen, that kick, did they? That was the issue, I think.
No, nothing. There was a bit of an issue last week as well. We tried to fix that this week. I'm sure Callum and the likes will talk about that during the game and sort that out.
All right, 7 minutes into it, 7-0 to the visitors. Got a reasonably important fixture next Sunday, Scotty, down in Dunedin.
It'll be a rip-up. Congratulations again to the Razorbacks for getting the job done. The shield has gone back to Dunedin. That has gone so far off the mark that Callum Retallick had to jump out of the line out to take it. They get the drive working now up to the 10-metre line. Fusila has ball to work with, but it's not clean, and Coleman tried to clean him up. Good strong run from the halfback. Drops it off. On a fend on 2. Mike Coleman.
Yeah, turnover's good.
They made him angry and he's made the turnover. Coleman comes back on a revenge play. Matthewson pops it up over the top. Turned in field. Change of tactic with the kick game. They'll want this to sit up. It may bounce all the way, and it will. So dead ball line is the enemy. And we'll come all the way back for the scrum. Tactical error.
Yeah, it's a very strong wind down here as well, fellas, and it is favouring Bay of Plenty in the first 40 minutes. And Honey just overcooked it. The fullback for Bay of Plenty.
Have a look at the line out, Will.
Yeah, that's not straight. Marginally. Look at Jed Robinson. He can't believe it. He's waiting. He's looking at the TMO, not TMO, assistant referee, asking if he saw that.
Right here, close.
Well, another good opportunity, isn't it, for the visitors? Scrum, 10-metre line in the opposition territory. And LB Matthewson, he's going to be a key for this ITM team.
Too far apart there,
At halfback for Hawke's Bay, very good halfback. You've got some explosive runners out wide, but when you've got a halfback like LB Matthewson, he just offers that other area of attack, doesn't he? Very important to get him behind the team. There he is, played for the Western Force in the Super Rugby.
He's the sort of halfback who will annoy you to a loss.
And he'll annoy the opposition too. He'll really get into the likes of Beau Robinson. He'll be niggly. And he's a good halfback, isn't he? He's still a very, very good halfback, LB Matthewson.
Well, big split as well. They've got Gillies Kaka. We know how dangerous he is out to the right with Viainu, the try scorer. So that's probably the best option. And Bay of Plenty have actually made it. They've split up the back lines and actually gone 3 defenders to the 2 there. So obviously they're going to use Fissilau, the halfback for the Bay of Plenty, to cover the right-hand side.
Fine.
Just a bit of breather here at scrum time as Mike Fraser tries to get the packs under control. Phil, you look at this offensive defensive setup for both teams. As a midfielder, what are you looking at here? What are the options that both teams have?
Obviously, I think Hawke's Bay will be looking to go to the left. You sort of look for that mismatch. I've got a 4-1-2 out there, but hopefully we can cover that.
Fine. Sit.
Matthewson is just going back ready to take the free kick tap, but it won't come this time for him. Mike Fraser says, let's try again.
Certainly an error. I was very impressed with the All Blacks last night. That shunt, they got that hit in, didn't they? Here's the issues here, the strength going down there on this side, particularly probably around Hames, Kane Hames there on the loose head side. But a very impressive hit from the All Blacks. They showed you that you can have a good hit in this new scrum law.
Well, Laheath will have to get his bind up here too. You can't bind on the arm, so Mike Fraser, and you'll notice Laheath knew he was being watched, didn't bind on the arm, and the scrum stayed up. They go left through West, and here's Guildford. Kenny Lynn wraps him up. Help in the tackle also from Dave Thomas. Now Matthewson away to West again. O'Connor standing start, and they gobbled him up. Numbers now out to the left, and Brady's pass goes past everyone. Coleman's blowing up. We'll have the line out, Bay ball.
There's Adam Bradley. Now, he was a loose forward. Interesting, he played loose forward for the Magpies last year. 6 and 7, played open side and number 6. Now he's in the midfield jersey for the Magpies.
Another fine product of Napier Men's High School.
Napier Men's? Here come the Steamers.
Orepia puts it up. Good take 2 from West. Well stationed.
7 advancing in front of the kick.
And we'll have an offside penalty. This one will go against Beau Robinson in front of the kicker. So both sides making some errors to start this game. 7-0 the scoreline. 12 minutes gone.
I'm just thinking about our expert sideline man, Willie Lose, mentioning there is a strong wind behind the Bay of Plenty side. So those sort of errors you just don't need in this first half.
West, plenty of height on that, and we'll have the line out 5 out from the 22.
Bit of rain here, Phil, over the last week or so. Pretty heavy out there, isn't it, on the track?
Yeah, it has been. About 2 hours ago, there's quite a bit of hail and didn't look good, but lucky it's fined up a little bit.
Robinson with the throw, and Bay of Plenty almost affecting the turnover. Wasn't a strong point for the Bay side. Bay of Plenty side last year, and this time they go to town. Kane Hames again, and Fissilau around the back ball, bringing Royal into the game. And a good carry from the hooker as Beau Robinson turns it back to Fissilau. Options cut down by the defender. Robinson there again. He's all hustled, Beau Robinson. Talapitanga again with the halfback play into the midfield. And they're being held up here. Maul is called. If they can hold the ball in, the Magpies will win this, and it's ripped away by Buckman. So turnover ball, charged down.
Lost forward.
Now a lost forward. So scrum advantage to Hawke's Bay. Guildford trying to get on the outside. Hint of a late tackle. Robinson cleans up. Now Robinson gets smashed.
What about the work from the loose head prop, Brendan Edmonds, to actually get that ball to Guildford? They had a skillful out of the top draw from the big Pro club. What a pass.
You're very accurate around the tackle ball, the ruck. Late tackle was called, Willie. And excellent play. Coman's featuring the captain. That time was Buckman, who also got the turnover here. Here's the pass. Lovely pass there from Guildford. Just watch, he nudges it through.
Oh, that's pretty harsh.
Pretty harsh. Is it right on time, wasn't it? It was right on there. Hello, there's Zach and Steve Honey getting acquainted. Just looking at the stats, Otago the other day, very good without the ball. They never had all the numbers, but they did win the breakdowns. And it's that key breakdown as an area of the game. At the moment, they're 5-1 in favour of Hawke's Bay. So sometimes you don't need all the ball. If you've got a very good person at the breakdown, your defence is strong, you still can win games of rugby.
This is really going to test his limit as well, Matt, because he's kicking into a breeze that's sort of swirling at different times, but when it picks up, it means that he's really going to be tested as far as the length goes. No problem with the footing underfoot. The field is drained brilliantly.
West kick is good. And the flags are up. 3 more in the bank for the Magpies. 10-0 is the score.
Oh, he's a good boy. Ehire West. Some lovely goal kicks. 2 very good goal kicks. He's directing traffic well. He's young, but the Havelock North player. Good start here at Mount Maunganui.
Aripia kicks. Give a strong carry. Mentioned the second rise for Hawke's Bay at the start of the broadcast, and all the big forwards standing up here. Here's another. Atkins, supported by O'Connor. And the Steamers this time not releasing the tackled player, so they give away a penalty. Discipline becoming an issue here for the Steamers.
Well, that's the 3rd penalty now, Phil, isn't it? Now 3 for Bay of Plenty.
Yeah, I mean, that really cost us last week in the last sort of 15 minutes of that game. When you got good kickers like Hayden Parker and even West, it's going to cost you games, so they need to fix that.
Just see it again here. There's the hit up. Atkins, the man. Gee, it's hard to see much going on in there, but Mike Fraser could. Robinson throws again. Atkins, the man, takes it down. Straight away to Matthewson. Here's Coman. Looking to free the arms, the captain. And Matthewson just stumbled on the play. Popped it up to Allardyce. Again, they come out to the right-hand side. Big run. Dropped off. And Brady. The ball in hand.
Let's go!
Matthewson again. Brendan Edmonds. This time no one wanted the ball, so Atkins has to tidy up, and Atkins under pressure from Fesilau. Finally will squeeze that one, and he'll be penalised for it.
Captain, I believe. Filling the contest.
Coman, the man, sealing off.
Lost structure there, Hawke's Bay, and Fesilau, the halfback for Bay of Plenty, came through nicely and just put the pressure on, just lost a bit of structure. Chance for the captain, Ripia, to get some decent territory and put them inside the Magpie half.
Yeah, linked to your way.
Looking for a change coming up too, fellas. Jersey number 18, Kepper Mewett. This is where it all went a bit wrong. Fesilau, they got behind the advantage line, and just have a look at Coleman. He comes in and just dives down. You've got to support your body weight.
Gold 5.
And here we go. Here is that change. And so obviously Josh Soul in his second cap. He's not 100%. He's coming off.
You know, they just wrapped a lot of tape around his ankle. That's an ankle injury there for Josh Soul. Disappointment for him. in game number 2.
Advantage 9 offside.
Coming in off the wing is Kamami Sitalti. And they'll set play here outside the 22. The Steamers' chance to apply some pressure to this Hawke's Bay side. Fisilau again, popping it up, and some big defence coming in on accident.
No advantage there.
And we'll come all the way back for the penalty.
Albie Mathewson, the man being blamed for not being
9
onside.
black beyond the 15. He's gone offside.
9 black.
It's over.
Geez, those Hawke's Bay front rowers. Brendan Edmonds
beyond
put on
15.
the big hit. Big defence from Hawke's Bay. Let's have a look there.
Have a look at Mathewson, and he's left the 15.
Left the 15, absolutely. Just watching there. Oh, coming in there. Oh, sorry, Brendan O'Connor, sorry, wrong person.
9.
Brendan O'Connor played for the Blues.
You won't be pleased you said he's one of the props.
No, that's right. Came back though, Willie. Reapia, 7 from 7. Under the roof in Dunedin last week. Just got to be patient with the ball, Bay of Plenty, because they do have a very good goal kicker. Not far away from 400.
Ticking towards the first quarter of this match over, and Willie Repier with a chance to get the first points in the game for the Steamers. And straight down the middle from Willie Repier, so the captain adds 3 more to his season tally. 24 points.
Nice kick from Repier, very important. They get some points early in the first quarter, and just important start there for Bay of Plenty to get some points on the board.
Repier clears for touch, so pretty conservative sort of exit play. Points on the board though, Phil, for the Bay side. Yeah, and for Bay of Plenty, you've just got to keep the scoreboard ticking over, don't you?
Yeah, it was important that we were the next team to score, and we probably need to put a couple more points on for this half.
One thing we haven't spoken about, fellas, is the great crowd here. There's a lot of kids in here. It says something about afternoon rugby, but the parents bringing along the kids, and I asked if they had a special or what they were doing, and it's all about non-bullying, which the Steamers team is right behind. Phil will know a bit more about that, and so with that, the card, the kids get free entry into the game, and there's plenty of them here today.
Yeah, they do indeed. It's a big thing of ours. We've been supporting that for probably the last 5 or 6 years, I think. So, yeah, really enjoyed doing that.
Adam Brady on the charge. Good news for Magpie fans. Mike Coman is bleeding. And that's a good ball out to Guildford from Vainu. Guildford carrying the Steamers on his back. 15 out from the line as Mathewson pops a short ball to Jed Robinson. 3 out from the line. Desperation time now for the Steamers. Allardyce taken down. 4 out from the line as Coman has another dig. Good defence on him this time. 2 out. Still the Steamers hold their line. Royal with a tackle. Now an offside advantage applying. Coman again. And they're up quickly to meet him as Mathewson gets the ball back. West had to stop and pick up. And here is the penalty.
I think you'll find it was Jesse Royal, the hooker for Bay of Plenty, just a little bit too eager to get up there. And boy, what about the run from the other hooker in Jed Robinson?
It was a good run from Robinson, but also Adam Bradley, the second 5'8" for Hawke's Bay. He started that whole movement. He got across the gain line. He's quite a solid second 5. And there's the wide pass there. Good hands, nice straight hands. That all started from Adam Bradley. And we know that Zach Guildford's going to run hard and straight. And here's the run that Willie Lose was talking about. Jed Robinson, straight through.
And the knock-on came there. Ehire West thought about getting on with the job, but Conservative captaincy has prevailed here, and he will have the option of going for 3. just seems to be better organisation in this Magpies offence, Phil, than what the Steamers are mustering at the moment. They know where to be, and they're getting really good traction out of Vayenu and Guildford on the flanks too. Yeah,
they've run the cutter really well at the moment, aren't they? They've got an experienced back line, experienced forwards, and it's showing out there at the moment.
West watches this one, and it will drift away, so they have plenty of void, conceding more points. 23.5 gone here at Bay Park, and it's the Magpies ahead, 10-3 in the Battle of the Bays.
It's always been a ground when we have played the day games. The strong sun too, Willie, isn't there? And it's favouring, obviously, Hawke's Bay. So very strong sun coming through here this afternoon. Yeah, that sun is going to be a feature, and just the wind as well. You saw just how West tried to kick it there and bring it in, but just got pushed across the front of the posts.
There's a weather buffet. This one finds grass, and West. West inside his 22 with all the time in the world.
Stop 9!
Takes half of it and will find touch up over the halfway line.
Yeah, he was the man that got the try last year, Scotty, didn't he, in that great game, 42-41 at McLean Park.
It was some try. Gillies Kaka scoring on that day as well. It was a beauty. Along the right-hand touchline, kicking the ball through.
Don't need to be reminded about those sort of things.
Sorry, Phil.
9.
They go to the middle. Retallick ran a dummy ploy on the outside. And some chance to get some gain line play. Ball was up off the deck, called by Mike Fraser, and Hawke's Bay will get the turnover. That's just good line defence.
Clap small. Not immediately available.
Yes, they're quite aggressive, aren't they, Hawke's Bay? And that guy usually is in the thick of things. Michael Coman. Out of Napier Old Boys Marist. They were in the finals this year against Napier Tech. Tech had the win in the club championship. Good defence.
Just got to work on that height on the crowd.
From Hawke's Bay.
Keep that distance nice and close. Perfect.
So Mike Fraser guiding the front rows in. And he stays on this side of the scrum where we had some issues earlier.
Crouch. Bind. No, shove coming from the back. No patience.
So Mike Fraser says we'll free kick someone.
Phil, do you look at this blind here? It's about a 20-metre blind. Is that an option for Hawke's Bay?
Here it is.
Yeah, I think so.
Next one's
especially with Albie, he's pretty nippy around the side of the scrums, isn't he? So seen him score a lot of tries doing that, so wouldn't be surprised if they go there.
Well, we've seen Inu score plenty of tries for Canterbury as well. He scored one last week. That'd be a great option to have, but let's see if this ball goes in straight, because I reckon it's about time we've got a penalty the other way.
Tab of the ball this time. The Steamers get some good traction, and they get up on that right-hand side. Still Mathewson finds some space with the kick. Honey has to come out of the 22 to take it. He drops it. Mathewson gets it back. And will come back for the penalty instead.
Well, he did well, Mathewson. It wasn't quality ball off the back through Mark Atkins, not his fault. It was a bit of pressure from Bay of Plenty, a good scrum from Bay of Plenty. But Mathewson didn't panic, just nudged the ball through and put a lot of pressure on the Bay of Plenty defence.
Wow. Rather than must go down.
Here's the scrum, and they got up, they turned. I thought that option was going to be shut down. Still somehow here, Mathewson just got on the outside, got the kick through, forcing the error, but they had advantage, and now Ehire West will have another chance at points.
Nice goal kicker. Ehire West, good technique, and he seems to have quite a bit of distance as well. Challenging a little bit on the ground. It's a bit loose, the upper surface there, a bit wet as well. Always worried about your plant foot, your left foot for a right foot kicker. Ehire West 2 from 3. It's a lot more assured than the 2013 version of ITM Cup.
West, plenty on it, Ehire West. And this one again slides. So last two from West, no good. Bay of Plenty staying in touch. By virtue, really, of West's inaccuracy as opposed to any constructive play of their own. They have been camped in their half. Ripia gets this high, drops down on the captain. Here's Coman. Coman again through the first tackle. Another strong carry, this time Allardyce. 4 and 5 for Hawke's Bay have been good in the first half of this game, but a big blow over here. And the Steamers will have possession just short of the halfway line. No, they won't.
On the ball. On the back, from the back.
Oh, they did so well, Bay of Plenty, with the initial turnover. Tauti actually took it in, and then he just got isolated. They couldn't get to him, and they couldn't get the arms off the players coming in from the Bay, Hawke's Bay, that is. And, geez, they've been camped in their own half. Oh, geez, I'd love to see what the possession and territory is in this match.
Well, it's easy. It's about 66-34 time and possession. So let's have a look at... This is the counter-ruck. Very good counter-ruck coming over here. I think Keeper Mewett came in as well. The replacement also helped there as well. Well played, Bay of Plenty.
The penalty came in just after there. Hands in the ruck. But Jed Robinson will have the throw. They go long.
Fine.
Straight to ground. Again, the Steamers think they're a chance here. And ball straight to Diggs, says Mike Fraser. So Hawke's Bay retain
it's messy,
the loose head. Very
messy there. Kane Hames, line over the top. Let's have a look at some of the numbers here. Territory there favouring Hawke's Bay into a strong win too, 63-37. Possession again, they're holding on to the ball well, the Magpies. Well, one of the reasons why they've got this lead here, and that's the penalties conceded as well, 6-2. Too many penalties from Bay of Plenty at this stage when you've got the win behind you.
Callum Retallick.
No, too far away.
In the salami business.
Well, Via Enu's come off his wing, and there you can see him standing inside Ihia West. They've used him in the past, either in the inside channel, or Ihia West has taken it to the line and given it to him on the left-hand side. So
the formation too, Willie. Very shallow formation from the Magpie backs. Really interesting. They've got the ball. It's their put in. Quite a shallow defensive, formation. And it'll be some work around Brady or Buckman with Vianu. Look for him coming on the inside ball.
West is not one shy of taking the ball to the line. Of course, the former under-20 representative.
Well, Zach Guilford too is so far wide. Out of shot on our wide angle. Don't be surprised if a crossfield kick comes into play here.
Sit. Yes, 9.
Ball is in. It drops out the back. So a change of plan now for the Magpies. Atkins out of the boot, and another penalty. They are riding the back of the whistle at the moment, the Magpies.
Well, they probably won the counter-ruck there, Bay of Plenty, but it was 11 for the Bay of Plenty side, which obviously is Siatauti.
He said that Siatauti came up too quick. The ball was still in the scrum, but geez, it looked like it actually just flew out the side there.
He did well, didn't he, Mark Atkins? Did very well. Scrum wasn't well set. He knew he had. They wanted to go wide. They wanted to go the other way.
Let's have a look.
That's out.
He's on, so.
There can't be a penalty, surely. Who's called that?
He's through. He's through.
Coman has it at the back of the ruck. And they'll look to drive their way over here, the Magpies. Matthewson allowing the forwards to keep working. Now he gets tangled up in the affair.
Clear it now!
And Coman has to use it. Gets his touch isolated in the tackle of Fisilau. Robinson was there too, and he takes another dig. This time Brendan Edmonds.
7.
They are looking to go the most direct route they can here, the Magpies. Coman again. O'Connor thinking about a pickup. Now he picks up. O'Connor diving for the line. Can't quite get the ball down. It's certainly over. We'll have a look.
He might have lost it here. Great play from O'Connor, and good play, Hawke's Bay.
He went one wide, didn't he? Sorry, just hearing what Mike Fraser's asking for, just the grounding. But he went one wide of where the ruck was, so he got on the outside of the prop, or the person that was in there first there, just getting wide, and then I think he has lost it too, man. They turned him. No control.
Did everything but score this try, Brendan O'Connor. And in the end, Fisilau again, brave defence.
Yeah, great defence from the Bay of Plenty halfback, Fisilau. No control.
Quick decision coming up, fellas.
Yes. Thank you. No try, lost forward.
So the scrum will go Bay of Plenty's way again. They dodge a bullet. Hawke's Bay's tactic interesting here too. They've made some very good profit in midfield through the likes of Brady. They've made profit on the outside through Vainu and Guildford, and yet when they're in this red zone for Bay of Plenty, it's the forwards who really want to go and do the damage. Are they better served, Matt, to get this ball wide?
Probably they've got some strength around that close quarter in the red zone. I think further out you'll see this Hawke's Bay backline really attack. And probably once they get in there, that's the strategy, is just trying to roll it over. But, geez, a few quick passes out wide with a west pass. Look out, Guildford, Vainu. I would like to see the ball in their hands.
You'd be impatient about now, Phil. You'd want that ball.
Yeah, I'm itching. They've got some awesome wingers, don't they? So it's pretty dangerous when they get the ball in their hands. So got to be a bit careful there.
I guess the thing too, Willie, is it's taking a lot out of the tank, isn't it, in terms of the Steamers' defence?
Yeah, absolutely. And just the way they are on defence, Kaka comes out to the wing and Ehai West goes back to fullback.
Fisilau. It was stable ball. Well, mate, carry. They turn it back in. Cole Repia to clear. And a short boot on Willie Repia. That's a great clearance.
Well done, Bay of Plenty. Good carry from Mather and the educated left boot of Willie Repia. 45-metre kick just inside their own territory.
And Phil will tell you too, that's Herb Schuler, Kevin Schuler, the Bay of Plenty coach. He likes to actually get it one wide so that you give space to your kickers, and so that's what they did. And the charge was brilliant from Mather.
Jen Robinson will have the throw. Rotella gets up, competes. Ball in the hands of Haynes.
Hands away!
And Haynes sets. Fisilau again. Loves a box kick. Kaka.
Stop, Black!
Kaka very casually drop punts down to Repia. Back to Fisilau. Now across the face they go. Steve Honey. And Honey cuts back and field through the tackle of Guildford on the halfway line. Robinson was there quickly. Short side from Fisilau. Charging onto the ball, Tupe.
Better play.
Fisilau again. And this one knocked down in the tackle accidentally. And it will have to be a Steamer scrum. Better play from Bay of Plenty.
Oh, absolutely, Phil. They just started to get in behind the Hawke's Bay team. They haven't done that so far. A lot better play, Bay of Plenty.
Yeah, they're just creating that quick ruck ball and sort of gave us the opportunities to get over that advantage line, which we haven't been doing. So it's good to see.
Yeah, I like it when they set targets. Have a look at those crisp passes, and then Honey, he backs himself. I like this kid. Hasn't played too many games, just one cap to his name, but he's not afraid of taking the ball to the line. And look at this late pass there, straight through for Tupe, and it is quick ball as well, which is the difference.
Dave Thomas, here's the play there. That's the knock on before by Hawke's Bay. So Dave Thomas there, the wing up, just outside Repia. What can the Bay of Plenty back line do?
Where's his head?
5.
I don't recognise him.
Into the curls, and he's in the blue and white, the Auckland jersey. They've gone.
Yes.
I suppose when you got Bo Robinson in your team, that's enough, isn't it? They take it to the line. Thomas does get a run. He's deceptively strong, Dave Thomas. Doesn't look like there's too much to him on a footy field, but there's plenty. Axtons. They get the ball away. Starting to move this Hawke's Bay team around. That's a good drop-off from Royal. And that's a late shot, according to the crowd. Well, if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. They gave one earlier, they'll give one now.
Well, that's what you want from wingers, isn't it? Tatauti, he's the left winger, and he appeared on the right, looking for work. He milked it a bit.
Had an option. Pull out.
Good run too from Carl Axtons. I'll talk about a forward again, Willie. He was outstanding. The blindside flanker.
It's unusual.
The Steamers going for the touch. There it is there.
Well, it's a touch unnecessary from Zach. If he had just held his line and didn't bother dropping the shoulder, he would have got away with that.
Okay, forward, Willie. Who's the go-to person?
Well, The new man that they brought on certainly has been effective, but Axton's is good as well.
That's less of a line out, it's more interpretive dance, and there's a mistake
Oh, that was over.
coming from Joe Tupet.
Well, Willie Losey got them both wrong. It was Retallick. And
Only had one left.
Unfortunate knock on there for Bay of Plenty in their best position so far. Here's Retallick. And just knocking over the front wall there to his man, Axton's, and just kept the eye up. The delivery of the pass, not good enough, and Robinson put the pressure on.
It was a good read from Jed Robinson. Knew it was coming. Just seemed to operate in slow motion, that move. Still at the right end of the field, though. 2 minutes till half-time. Hawke's Bay in front by 7.
Yes, 9.
Matthewson will feed this, and what a scrum from the Steamers. They twist, they turn. Robinson did everything but collect the ball, and he's given away the scrum again.
Not a great weekend for the Australians, is it?
Lost forward. Ball was out. Lost forward. Got picked up.
There it is there from
Gee,
our
there's
referee.
a face.
That's a lot of yards. An open side flank. That's what happens when you play open side over the years.
Well,
Just a knock on there. You can see it there. Well picked up by the assistant referee. And just that's disappointment. That's not about the decision. That's disappointment. Because he has high standards, doesn't he, Bo Robinson?
Crouch.
Great to see him in New Zealand.
5. Sit. Hold. Yes, 9.
Again, the weight comes on, and this loose head side is really going to work. Kane Hames.
Back 5 walking around.
And then they walk around, turn it. So how that was different from the last one, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with you on that,
This
Sumo.
time it's a penalty. Oh, give me a break.
Yeah. Definitely the dominant scrum on that occasion. They went for the second shove, and really that's a difficult one to try and police.
Well, it's exactly the same as the last scrum. There was no penalty at the last scrum. Nothing different.
Doing it.
I give up.
Yeah, the dominant scrum's been penalised, hasn't it?
Line outs away, and they have plenty of hooked this back, but again, there's some jersey pulling. There's all sorts going on in this game. Bo Robinson makes the tackle, and Hawke's Bay will have possession. Matthewson says, let's just take a break. And he won't get to because there's a penalty.
6 goals. Pulling the jersey.
And this will be the last act, probably before
Yeah, half time.
half-time. There's the call there from Mike Fraser. 10-3 lead to the visitors, and they do have a pretty strong breeze behind them in the second 40. They'll be happy when they go and see Craig Philpott and Danny Lee.
So half-time whistle. It is a 10-3 lead to Hawke's Bay. It has been a scrappy first half here at Bay Park. But the Steamers are still very much in the hunt here, despite plenty of dominance both territorially and in terms of possession from Hawke's Bay. Let's head down onto the field. We'll hear from the man himself here, Zach Guilford with Willie Lawson.
Yeah, thanks, Sumo. Zach, a great start, but then a lot of mistakes. What's happening out there?
Yeah, I think our set piece letting us down a wee bit. Our handling and our patience isn't good once we get close to the try line, so pretty frustrating end to the first half.
All right, mate, let's get in the shed.
Cheers.
Thank you, Willie. Thanks to Zach Guilford. That's half-time here at Bay Park. 10-3 the score. Back soon. Welcome back to Tauranga, where they don't just steal your tyres, they parade them in front of you at half-time. The scoreline here, 10-3. Hawke's Bay leading Bay of Plenty in the Battle of the Bays. Wasn't the prettiest first half of footy I've ever seen, Matthew Cooper, but Hawke's Bay team got the one try. Ehire West heading the extras, and Willie Lepia with the sole penalty for the home side. Bay of Plenty started to get some traction late in the half, but really it was Hawke's Bay in control in the first 40 minutes.
Well, they've attacked a bit, haven't they? They've attacked nicely. Here's the first disallowed try for Jed Robinson going over there. That's a prolonged bit of attack from the Hawke's Bay side. And they do look more likely, don't they, in the first 40? And they were very lucky. That was disallowed. And then what happened was a very good pass. Look at the pass here from Ehire West. He's been excellent in the first 40. Took a risk, took a gamble. Kaka and Vianu over for that first try. And that's just the other side there. Good hands from Kaka.
Well, too. There's the casual run to draw two defenders in as well. Steve Honey with no choice but to come in on him. Another try here disallowed. Brendan O'Connor in the tackle of Fistilau and Bo Robinson. Very close to the line, but it just dropped out. But they've gone far much more direct on that play.
Well, they have, and they've had 3 or 4 goes, haven't they, close to. They've come up with reward with Vianu's try. But again, when you start looking at the numbers, and you'll see very, very shortly with the territory in possession, that's probably been quite even, actually, when you look at both sides as well. There's the Bay of Plenty side, just having their discussions there. Kevin Schuler over the fire side there. And numbers are, well, when you look at them, 61-39 territory, all favouring the Magpies. But if you go down to breakdown turnovers one, the loose forwards have been very impressive. 6-2 in favour of Hawke's Bay. 9 minutes inside the 22. They were those couple of options they never scored. But the last one there, penalties conceded. That will worry Kevin Schuler. 9 penalties to 3. And you don't want to do that with Ehire West in the second half because he's kicking very, very well.
You've got to be worried too. If you spent 9 minutes in the opposition 22 and you've come away with just 10 points, that's a concern offensively for a coach. But they've got to make sure that those red zone raids are rewarded with points.
They are, and they had 2 good opportunities, didn't they, with Brendan O'Connor and Robinson. So they've got close, but you're right, they've got to take them.
All right, the Seagulls are watching on. The crowd is here. We'll be back with the second half from Bay Park real soon. Stay with us on Sky Sport. So half-time here at Bay Park and the Battle of the Bays. ITM Cup action continuing on Sky Sport. Let's get inside the camps with Willie Losay.
Yeah, thanks, Sumo. Herb, a lot of penalties given away. How do you get back in the match?
Yeah, well, it's just discipline. You're exactly right. We've just got to, play our game, stay on side, back our systems, and, we get the ball. I'm confident we can get some points on the board, mate.
All right, thanks, Coach. Looking good.
Thanks, mate.
Herb Schuller didn't blink. Not once.
Didn't blink. He was a great forward, wasn't he, Herb? He was hard. He just basically mentioned that you stay on side, and that goes back to discipline, doesn't it? They've given away quite a few penalties, 9 of them, and that must be worrying the coach.
Well, it's not just giving away the penalties, isn't it? Phil, it's where you're giving penalties away. It's also back-to-back penalties. And it's enough when you give away one, but then when you're conceding again after they've made more ground on you, it's just exhausting for the defensive line.
It is. It's just that inaccuracy, I guess, in the Hawke's Bay half that are really costing us, especially the territory battle. We probably need to get on top of that a little bit. There's been some pretty average kicking, so hopefully Willie can cart us around a bit better.
Jed Robinson back into New Zealand provincial rugby, of course, the former Lion, and now domiciled in Melbourne, where he's enjoyed a good season with the Rebels.
Yes, he played well, played very well for them. They had some good wins, didn't they, the Rebels, developing well as a team. Repia up, looking to start the second half.
So Repia gets us underway. Bay have plenty on a 7-point deficit here, looking for their first win of the season. Hawke's Bay backing up after a good win over Manawatu. And a positive start this for the Steamers through Bo Robinson on a good carry. Inside the 22 to start the half. And dropped cold by Callum Retallick. And Big Red not happy.
Yes, frustration for that. Good start there. Bo Robinson getting in behind them. Just what Kevin Schuller was looking for. And there he is, Callum Retallick. Good season with the Blues. Shaking his head, very disappointed.
You mentioned how good a player he was, Matt. I was lucky enough to spend 6 seasons with him in Japan, old Herb Schuller. Of course, he's got about 4 or 5 brothers, and they're all called Herb, as you may know. And we called him 10% up there because he normally put 10% on anything we were getting.
10% Herb, and there's Bo Robinson, just that lovely break. And let's just see how that wind's still there, Willie.
Yeah, it is.
Sit.
And this scrum goes straight down, so we'll have another. Hasn't been a great afternoon for scrums here. Mike Fraser's had his hands full trying to deal with both sets of front rows. He's had one for sparking from the back. We've had a penalty. We've had a free kick. One for an early set, the other for wheeling. Get one for a not straight here, and it's a full house.
Fine. Sit. Yes, no.
Matthewson feeds.
There's your wish come true.
And there you go. Have some of that.
There it is. That's the scrum feed. Must go straight, very straight now. He's not in a green, is he, Lahif? The man from London Irish.
There is the feed. And Mike Fraser says not straight. So we've had one of everything. Don't worry, Phil, I can't pick what they're going to do next.
Fine.
You can tell me.
Sit. Yes, no.
Good opportunity for Fisilau. He drops away. Out of the back on an 8-9. And Mather takes the tackle of 2. It's a solid tackle on Mather. And the ball is there. Coleman over the top. He is a menace. And he tackles the next player too. Good solid carry from Axtons, the vice-captain, up within 12 metres of the Hawke's Bay line.
Release Black.
Pingi Talapitanga. He has a grab. And they'll set up again.
Use it.
Kippa this time with the head, it's Callum Retallick. Holds on to the ball. Fisilau just calling the big boys round, not keen to take it himself as Retallick goes for a second crack.
Same as the Magpies in the first half. Are they going to go wide?
Fisilau goes himself. Robinson has to come in. Just getting caught behind the advantage line on the pick and go play.
Big opportunity on the switch here.
How good's the defence around the fringe from the Magpies? Now Fisilau a little wider. Coleman is there to meet. Royal trying to clear Coleman out. Well, Mike Coleman has been the catalyst for another great turnover at breakdown time, and the ball has been cleared to touch.
Well, outstanding kick there from LB Matthewson, but Mike Coleman, outstanding. There's a turnover there. That's Buckman there.
Coleman put him on his back, and Buckman, it's the second turnover for him today.
Yeah, he's doing well, isn't he? In the centres there, the number 13 for Hawke's Bay. Outstanding. Last 10 minutes, pick and go, 6 to Bay of Plenty, no reward.
Problem is with their pick and goes, it's just in close. It's so easy to defend when they're coming straight around the corner. They should look to try and push it one wide of the ruck. And that's when they got some momentum, but they got isolated.
And also thought they could have switched play there. There was some numbers over the other side if Bay of Plenty switched back.
Axtons took it down from Fisilau. Now the backline has some room to work, and big ball from Mather, big tackle from Guildford on Honey.
Had to be made.
No hands!
Good defensive read from Zach Guildford as Fisilau pops it up. Kipper Mewett into the tackle of Mark Abbott. Abbott has held him up here. Bo Robinson trying to clear some bodies. Mike Fraser will have no option but to award the scrum.
This is an outstanding read from Zach Guildford.
Flag scrum here for a claps forward. He's got time off for a flagging.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Mike Fraser wants to have a talk to one of his assistants. Let's go and listen to what he has to say.
That late hit on Willie Rapier, maybe.
A late tackle on 10 black, about 5 metres back from the halfway. Sorry, on 10 gold, 5 metres back from the halfway. Just after he passed that tackle the late. I haven't got a black number, sorry.
So it's just worthy of a penalty?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I haven't got another one, sorry.
Of the black, well, if it's only a penalty only, I'm happy just to go with it. Okay. Just 10 metre line?
So Willie Rapier taken
Skipper.
late. Phil Burley calls it.
I'm not sure of the number, but it's only worthy of a penalty. We've got a late tackle on the 10 up here.
Coleman can't believe it. Let's have a look again. Here is Rapier. Well,
Was the open side flank, it would have to be. He'd be the only one that could get there.
Albie Matthewson is the man.
LB Matthewson.
It was pretty much tomorrow by the time he tackled him, so
He looked
it's
up.
probably fair enough.
He looked up with a bit of a sheepish look where the referee was, as the halfback always does. Another opportunity for the Bay of Plenty side.
Royal throws, man from Rotuiti. Try last week for Joe Royal.
Last year.
And Rotello has the ball. They have to clear now. Just one area of the game where they've let themselves down a bit, the Steamers. Just their work at the back of the breakdown. They come around the corner. Another good charge from Talapatanga. Now some widths on the play through Rapier. Gets learned, gets a short ball. And Honey got us offload away. Better stuff this. Doughty has the ball. Again, Hawke's Bay come right through. They'll be penalised for that. Brendan Edmonds could not resist.
Well, he was going to pull out, wasn't he? And in the end, he was on the angle. He was told to move out. Good passage of play from Bay of Plenty.
Look at the intent as well. They're keen to get 7 pointers. That could have been a conversion or a penalty there that Rapier could have taken. I love the line that Honey ran here, coming back against the grain and getting over the advantage line. And once he went to ground, well, it's hard to try and turn around the props when they're going one way, isn't it?
Good line from Kenny Linfield. Great forward pass too.
It's nice to see them getting it out to the back line. Not just using the forwards around the ruck.
Well, that's what they'll do here. The driver's on. The players come off.
Shouldn't have said that.
They went for it, Bay of Plenty. They have made it count, and it is a try to Joe Tupac. And the man who's come to the Bay from Auckland, part of the Greerton Club. What a moment.
Oh, brilliant set piece from the Bay of Plenty side. They needed this, and this is outstanding, isn't it? The go-to man. There's outstanding play to Tupi.
Well, Mewett brought it down, Matt, and then they all just piled around, and the Hawke's Bay team, they didn't commit themselves to actually coming in to try and stop it.
Mewett's been good, hasn't he, Willie? He's come on, and there is a replacement lock. He's been very impressive.
Yeah, he's a big unit too, big and tall, and he gets up. clears the ball, wins the ball, which is more importantly, and then just that drive, everybody's body position was sound, and that'll put a smile on the face of Herb. 10%.
An important kick now for Ripia. This will lock it all up.
Ripia. And this one to level it up. Gets plenty of it, Willie Ripia, but he misses the target. 10 points to 8. And reward for a brave captaincy decision. 3 not enough for the Steamers. They want to go all the way, and they have scored the try through Joe Tupan.
Well, as a team, wasn't it? The forwards outstanding. The momentum they got there. Bo Robinson was involved. And outstanding try to Bay of Plenty.
Good run, Sitaute. Gets outside of 22. Fusilau. Ripia. And again, he's under pressure. That one's gone straight up, straight down. Coleman. Can't keep him out of a game. Matthewson gets it away to Jed Robinson. Just short of the 22-metre line. The Magpies spurred into action here. West. Guildford. Ball goes straight through. Did he get a touch?
Push.
Matthewson to West, and West playing behind the gain line, but they retain possession. Back for Guildford. Guildford runs around his player, no obstruction. Abbott goes in the clean out, and Matthewson has the ball. Steps away and finds a target. It's Robinson. West, another wide ball from West. Vainu scored the first.
Last feet.
Just leaving it for Albie to play again. West, Guildford, busy. Abbott.
Release goal.
Abbott strong in the tackle.
Advantage.
Robinson looks hurt, but he gets back up. I think he's been to every breakdown today. Advantage being played, and that one knocked straight down, so we'll come back for the penalty.
Well, great reply from the Magpies after the try there to
8 gold rolled.
Tupi. They've just come back. They've done this a couple of times this afternoon where they just, as soon as the kick off, they get straight back into it. Good control, good accuracy, and they win the penalty.
Yeah, one thing that's impressed me, in fact, it impressed me last week with their victory of Hawke's Bay over Manawatu, is just the body positions of the forwards and just the clean out. As soon as they identify where the ball is, it just comes back. Albie Matthewson is having such a great ride as opposed to Fusilau, who's having to get in there, move arms and legs himself, and the ball is quite static. So that's just good skills and obviously a very, very well-drilled pack.
Watching the Magpies, they don't send a lot into that tackle either. The Bay of Plenty team are running when they're on attack. There's only 2 or 3, so they're very confident. They trust their mate not to send everybody into the tackle ball situation, and that's where Bay of Plenty will have to try and manipulate their form of attack.
Here's West. Couple of misses in the first half. He'll look to rectify that here, and he's got it. So 3 more for West. 13-8 the scoreline. And a bounce-back play for the Magpies, Phil. That thing that breaks your heart as a team when you've worked hard for your points and you leak some straight away.
Yeah, it's not good. They sort of looking to play that wide game now, aren't they? And trying to expose some forwards in the middle of the field.
Hawke's Bay have possession just outside their 22, so they won't have safety of touch. Matthewson. How many of those has he popped up in his distinguished career? And he makes the tackle on the chase as well. In fact, it was Coleman up making the tackle.
Just on that too, Phil, it's how many times after a kickoff, after someone scored, it happens a lot, doesn't it, now in the modern game of rugby, where the other team comes straight through and scores or gets a penalty.
It does. It's so frustrating because all you want to do is get back down there and obviously get more points on the board yourself. But unfortunately for us, it just happened. But never mind.
Phil Billy philosophy. So Jed Robinson has plenty of targets. Abbott and Allardyce, Coleman. Some on the bench to come to, and Johan Squinby and Trent Boswell Wakefield. This time it's the skip. And he brings it down. Matthewson again. Accurate kick, pressure on. Dave Thomas looking to free the arms in the tackle. And Royal is there quickly, had to be. Ripia now saw some space over the top of West. And this one drifting dangerously close to the dead ball, but it'll sit in the end goal. And West hasn't forced yet, will now.
Yeah, just a little bit too far. One player that's had a great game is Michael Coman. Just look at the captain here, leading by example. Just outstanding. He's had a great game, Michael Coman.
There is the captain. His brother, Captain Buller, to Heartland title last year as well. Guildford in his 22. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I was going to say wow too.
Just in his defence, fellas, that's where the wind is coming from, and it's swirling right in that corner. So great tactic. Obviously aware of the conditions down here, the locals, and that's where they put it.
Oh, even so, he'd be disappointed with that, Zach Guildford. It's better than that.
No, he knows it.
3 goal.
Those are big moments in games like this. Things are close. There's tension in the game. No one is ready to be declared a dead set winner.
Yeah, Tala Afatanga is off and Ane is on.
Useful size.
Well, just the one cap for him too, for Bay of Plenty.
It's good to see that territory stat slowly changing in the way of the Bay.
Well, these are the moments for the Steamers, aren't they? Now you've got a bonus scrum 18 metres out from the opposition goal line. You've shown you can score tries, so the team believe it. Now it's time to create something, and some deception on this Hawke's Bay backline that is defended pretty well.
Yeah, they do, don't they? That midfield of Brady and Buckman, they're defending well there.
Special moment too. Phil might be able to tell us a little bit about Sam Baird in jersey 21 on the sideline here, going through his warm-ups. He's on debut.
He's come out of Canterbury as well, another Canterbury boy. Had a couple of seasons for Canterbury B there, so it's nice to have him up here.
Gee, there's a...
You've been poaching up a storm down there.
Hawke's Bay have done all right out of the red and blacks too.
Scattered all over the show, aren't they?
They're just breeding rugby players for the world, aren't they? Canterbury. Somewhere there's just a factory. It's like one of those...
Sit! Yes, no. Stay
A good scrum this from Hawke's Bay. Now, Ripia runs across, brings in the ball. Here's Robinson.
No!
And Kenny Linder was on the angle, and the penalty will go against Guildford. And now, more time to talk for Mike Fraser.
Double blow of the whistle.
Cynical.
And the card has come out. So in the space of 2 minutes, Zach's dropped the ball cold, given away a penalty, and left the field for 10 minutes.
Better structure too, Phil Burley, wasn't it, from the Bay of Plenty attack? A nice cut, might have been Mather linking up with Bo Robinson.
I think it might have been Kenny Lynn there going through, and it's nice to see him get into the game a bit more. He's got some pace and good feet on him, so hopefully he gets the ball in his hands a bit more.
How much room did they give Ripia to run that angle?
Yeah, just right on the angle, and there was always going to be a cut, wasn't it? Let's have a look at Ripia coming straight across on the angle. Kenny Lynn coming in, inside pass, line ball, but it didn't matter. Cynical foul coming in here from Zach Guildford.
Well, it was a shame too, because they read it so well. The points are over, so Ripia adds 3 to the bank.
Some fresh decks getting ready for the Hawke's Bay as well. Ash Dixon will come on, and so will Boswell Wakefield. 16 and 19 for Jed Robinson.
There's the 2 points for Ripia, and we have a ball game here at the Mount.
2 points.
13-11 is the score. Hawke's Bay hoist this one high. Rotella takes it down.
Right round you go, Black!
Coming around was Coman, trying to get a steal play working. And he had to get out of the way eventually. Fistilau, Buckman dangerously close to the offside line. Sadalti did the chasing. The tackle is made. Now the Steamers look to get over the top. They can't do so. And Mathewson smartly sees the space in behind and forces them back inside their own 22. Geez, a clever footballer.
Yeah, it's very important you've got those heady players, and that's a real heady play from Mathewson.
Here is their change on debut. Bay of Plenty replacing Brett Mather. There's Sam Baird in jersey 21.
So another cap for the Steamers. 17 debutants in the squad at the start of the year. They have cleaned out something chronic here. No Luke Braid this year, of course. He's gone back up the road. Lilia Masanga, who has been so special for this team, has left the building. So they've had to find some players to replace some very big names of the game.
Messy line out from the Steamers.
Over the top is Repia. And this one drifting towards touch, won't find it though. Coming in field is Gillies. Kaka! Still going Gillies, and his pass over the top intercepted, needed to be. They had numbers on the outside. Fisilau now looking to clear, will be Honey.
Oh,
And
just a glimpse of Gillies Kaka, the speed of the Hawke's Bay fullback. He's a very special player. He comes from the Gordon Titchin School of Sevens. Look at the speed from Kaka through the dummy and just went. Look at that explosive speed. And just try to get the pass away on the outside to Vianu. Oh, he looks good, Scotty.
Kid can play. They just haven't been able to get him into the game enough, have they, Hawke's Bay, today?
Not at all, and it's a real slugfest now, isn't it? 13-11. It's coming up to the hour mark.
Allardyce with another take at line-out time. Robinson with another tackle. And here's the other log forward. They lose the ball. Counter-attack now. Kenny Lynn got the ball away. Setauti kicks it through. There's 5 Magpies back. And only 2 Steamers. In goal, Kaka. Kaka trying to get out. Passes the ball. Charge down. And it'll be a 5-metre scrum.
Off Brady. Straight off the second 5.
Well, what was he thinking, fellas? I know he's a specialist sevens player, but they're down to 14, don't forget, because Zach Guilford is in the bin. And the lock from the Hawke's Bay, I think it was Abbott that lost it here. That's where it went forward. Fisilau quickly got it wide, as did Kendricks. And then this was a good kick, and then the pressure came on. The kick's only as good as the guys that are chasing, and look at this. They made sure that they put him under pressure.
Now we have a bit of fun, Willie. And there's Kaka, and here comes the big left footer, straight into the second 5.
That's it.
Change your mind.
Well, number 8's don't know. Well, he's a good kicker as Matt Atkins, but not from there.
Well, not when you're 12 standing right in front of you. Shades of Mark Price at Counties last week. There's been a couple of clangers so far. Forwards trying to clear from their own end goal. I just thought that was covered. You know, Kaka, Repia did well to come on that inside. Everyone was trying to protect the outside channel for Kaka. Repia ran a great angle on the chase. But if the pass had been made earlier from Kaka, that could have been cleared. We could have been on with the show. As it stands,
Well, Phil Burley, you've got more backs than they have. Do you run it here? What's the options?
Yeah, for sure. You've got to attack their space. I mean, looks pretty good on that left-hand side too. If
Absolutely. So this is loose head, isn't it? Huge role for the loose head prop for Bay of Plenty. Kane Hames.
they get the penalty. What do they do here? Joe Tupat defers.
Take the points.
Well, they can put themselves in front with a kick for goal. And instead they'll take a scrum. They're going for the throat here, Bay of Plenty. A man up. They want as many points in the bank as possible.
Well, they've shown that, haven't they, earlier on in the game. Our sideline expert said for the go for the point penalty, wasn't it? So, gee, they had a chance to go ahead. They're going for 7.
I'm old school, Matt. I always just take points when they're available, especially when you're a forward. You want to break.
You would have been walking back to halfway by now, lining up for the kickoff.
Sit! Yes, no.
Fisilau. It's a good, stable scrum. A chance here. Fisilau picks it up himself. Now they go wide. Lit. Caught. Sets. Well done to stay in field. And good defence too.
Backwards.
And the ball's gone backwards off the feet. Scrappy stuff. Tupat picks it up again. He's got to get to deck. They're holding him up here. Fisilau Away to Ripia. Again, the defensive read coming off his wing was Vainu.
Great defence, Magpies.
Retallick up to Robinson. He will set play. They need some advantage line. Royal held the pass up for Kenny Lynn.
No hands!
6 out. They go to work again. Fisilau. Haynes. The ball is there for Retallick. Thought about throwing the pass to Lynn. 2 members of the Chiefs squad at different stages in their careers. Retallick last year, Lynn this year. Here's the pass that matters. Sitalti had to cut and field. Now has to get to ground. The tackle is made. They drive over the line. Mike Fraser looking at all angles here. At the very least, they'll get a 5-metre scrum.
No, they'll go back for the penalty, actually. Sumo.
Okay, believe it's held up here. I'm not even going to check. Going back for the penalty.
There we go. Mark Abbott was the man that was offside or slowing the ball down.
Well done, Mike Fraser.
5 black, not
made the
rolling.
call, didn't go upstairs.
5.
Coming back for another penalty. Good defence, Hawke's Bay. Desperate defence from Veonu on the far side. They're outstanding. I'm sure they'll probably go for touch. Will they go for that line out, Willie?
Definitely worked the last time.
Got a happier guest commentator up here too, Scotty.
Phil, he's looking nervous. He's been for a walk out. He's come back in. He's twitching a little. Well, it's interesting. It happens all the time. The wind might be blowing one way, but quite often both teams playing into the wind have all the dominance in terms of territory and possession.
Well, possession's really come back. Territory certainly has. Now it's actually favouring Bay of Plenty now, 51-49.
Royal throws. Important take for Callum Retallick, who tried to slide through the back. Straight to deck. So the ball will be there for Fisilau. He calls Robinson the other way. He takes the ball now. Bo Robinson. Some width for Ripia, straight through, the captain scores. There's the try. Reward for perseverance. They turn down shots at goal. They've got a second 5-pointer.
Very, very happy with Fisilau at halfback for Bay of Plenty. Very strong halfback. He's controlling things nicely. The line-out didn't work. They wanted to get the drive like they did for the previous try to Tupik. But this time the captain, Willie Ripia, stepped up. Step off his left. Outstanding play from Ripia and outstanding passenger play from Bay of Plenty. And Ripia straight in under the post. And that's good concerted pressure, isn't it, Willie?
Yeah, it was. Robinson got them over the advantage line. Really quick ball, and look at that, just stepping on the inside. Don't forget, fellas, Hawke's Bay are down to 14 players, and the 10 minutes that Zach Guilford's been in the bin, it's cost them 10 points.
So the conversion made by Willie Ripia, converts his own try. Suddenly it's a 5-point buffer for the Bay of Plenty.
Fresh legs coming on for Hawke's Bay as well. 16, 19 and 21. Dixon, Boswell, Wakefield, and also Chris Eaton replacing.
It's a 10-point turnaround with Guilford as he just gets out of the chair. So that's a big swing, isn't it, in the game? The Battle of the Bays. Steamers in front, 18-13.
Taken by Fisilau, who's had a good day. Tupe. Ball's away.
Oh, here we go.
Finding some wind. Bo Robinson. Axton. Kenny Lynn trying to get on the outside. Drops it off for Sitalti. Gets through one. There's the pass. Joe Royal with a step. Ball comes loose. They're calling for the knock-on. They'll get their wish here, Bay of Plenty. It's come off a Magpie hand.
Is it deliberate or just a knockdown?
Jesse Royal.
I just want to check this. Check the foul play. Phil, have you got me, TMO? I just want you to check here whether we've just got a knockdown or a deliberate knockdown, where they have a penalty yellow card. Just checking foul play here whether we've got a knockdown, deliberate knockdown, where they have a penalty yellow card.
It's pretty clear there, fellas, and I can tell you that Zach Guilford called me over just moments before that, asking how it looked and whether he deserved the yellow card. I said, you did nothing wrong, son.
You're not helping. So the TMO looking for a deliberate knockdown here. And you'd have to argue that that's probably one.
Well,
I'm not a huge fan of this rule, but
that's right.
there's no attempt to catch this ball. And the only other thing is that the arm was out to make a tackle, and it's just got in the way accidentally.
That's right. It's just hope, isn't he? He's trying to get him.
Well, he got him in the end. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, but he's not trying to catch the ball, is he? He's just trying to knock it out.
Well, he's just come on the field because it's Boswell-Wakefield.
Well, that is a knockdown. You know, so often when that rule is adjudicated on where I don't think it should be.
Just see how it's interpreted.
I'm happy that it's a penalty yellow card if you've got a number on that. Yeah, I agree. So we don't have a number. There's no footage of the number. Okay. Where's captain? I'm happy, having watched the screen, that it's a deliberate knockdown. We haven't got the number, so you're very lucky that guy's not down to the bin, but it's a penalty here.
The TMO walked away from me when I was going to show him what the number was.
Well, surely the TMO should come back. You know, this is ridiculous. If it's a yellow card offence, you find the number, and you're not happy until you do.
That's right. Yellow card. And so...
Good grief.
So if they got the number, he was binned.
That's poor. As it stands, Repia has a chance to add 3 more points. Really, though, I mean, these are game-changing decisions. If it's a yellow card offence, your TMO is standing next to Willie Lose on the sideline. Go and have a look at the monitor until you find the number.
Well, I tried to tell him what it was, but he just walked away from me.
Repia, chance to take it up to 21-13. That stat of penalties is incredible. Totally changed in the second half to Bay of Plenty.
Repia for 3. And the crowd like it. The captain's in again. 3 more to Bay of Plenty. Hawke's Bay dodge a bullet. Zach Guilford back on the field. We're back to 15 on 15, the way rugby should be played.
And Tofavar on in jersey 22 for Bay of Plenty. He's on debut as well. Out to the right wing.
Well, that's a 13-point swing while Guilford was off. And a change there now, Willie.
Yep, Honey is the man he's replaced.
And that extra point, 14 minutes remaining in the game. Past the 7-point buffer, that gives a team a lot of hope, doesn't it, Phil?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it was pretty big, obviously, Zach Guilford going off, and it's given us those extra points we needed.
Tupe, great work in contact, got the ball away. Kofavar. Roberts. Wrapped up in the tackle. Dixon getting physical. Tauti. They've started to make some great advantage line in the second half, the Steamers. Chance again here.
Black!
Beard sets the play. Unnight.
Well, they're running like the Bay of Plenty teams of old were running, aren't they? They're throwing off the offloads. Looking really good, Bay of Plenty.
Here's Royal again. Solid start to the ITM Cup for him, but he threw the ball to the wrong man. They still managed to get over the top. Retallick. Tofavar on debut, another Auckland import. Tupe.
Release Black 3.
On the 15-metre line, inside the 22. Haynes had a strong game too, the loose head prop. Fisilau. Back to Tauti off his wing. Fisilau wider this time. Tofavar again. Looking for work. It's pick and drive time. 8 out from the line. Bay of Plenty looking to stretch again. They lead by 8. 67 gone, almost 68.
Well, they're hungry, aren't they? They've got the attitude. Look at them. They all want the ball now.
Bay of Plenty, the only premiership team to lose to a championship side in round 1. They are looking to hit back in the competition. Is Lynn. Man loves an angle. Should be a geometrist.
No hands! No, leave it!
Penalty time.
16, you're off your feet, not supporting your body weight.
Dixon the man.
16.
Well, the whole game's changed. the second half. I don't know what Herb Schuler had said at half-time, but it certainly has worked, and a couple of things are happening now. They're getting one wide of the ruck when they were just taking it before. The ball back to Fislau is a lot cleaner than it was in the first 40 minutes, and they're actually starting to run angles and get possession, so that's the reason why they lead by 8 points.
Well, they are. They've been very, aren't they? The ball in hand, offloads. He talked about not having too many penalties. Look at them running nicely here. Good hard running. Good play there too from Bay of Plenty. And it's about accuracy, discipline. Big change here. And that's the off your feet, number 16, Ash Dixon. And a chance for Rupia to extend that lead.
Rupia, successful. Will take the lead out to 24-13 as we come into the final 10 minutes of this match. We've seen comebacks before.
We have, but this is a massive swing, isn't it, in this game?
Hawke's Bay have got to get their hands back on the ball. Here's Rupia, and he keeps his head down. Great kicker of the football with Rupia. If they can get their hands on the ball, if Coman and Co can go back to work, if they can get guys like Kaka into that back line, it's the Gillies Kakas and Talusa Vainus and Zach Guilfords. Those are the players that can hurt this Bay of Plenty side.
Yeah, that has to loosen up, but what I would say is the Bay of Plenty defence feels really improved, hasn't it?
It has, obviously. They talked about it at half-time, and like you say, those territory and possession stats have started to swing the Bay of Plenty's way, and it's shown on the scoreboard.
Bow off, Clutterbuck on. Big man, Matt Clutterbuck. Two-pet.
He's been good, Scotty.
Runs into Dixon, and Dixon gets all of them. Fishilau thought about the pass, instead went over the top. And now, counter-attack opportunity. West and Kaka combined. It's West who goes to the air. Chasing this is O'Connor. And Fishilau finally grabs it. Decides to carve off some more turf. Not enough. Guildford. Back in field. Kaka. Kaka held the pass up. A good pass to Vainu. That's how to make 30 quick metres. Here's Guildford. Good ball from Guildford to Dixon, who bulldozes his way up over the 10.
No hands!
Better period of play this from the visitors. Eaton. Eaton again. Dummy from Chris Eaton. It opened up. Now he needs support. Finds Ihaya West. And West goes in under the bar. Am I watching last year's game or this year's?
And there it was, wasn't it, Chris Eaton, the replacement halfback? Dynamic. You need some special players. You need impact players. Well, what about this? There's the try scorer, Ihaya West. His third ITM Cup try. Hawke's Bay right back in this game.
This started a lot further back, isn't it? Here's the break from Eaton. But it started, Guildford took the ball, Kaka made some space, West got involved, came back, Guildford again. They had made 60 metres, going twice, one side to the other.
You mentioned Kaka before, he needed to see those special plays, but this was a good play from, wasn't it, Chris Eaton, and the wide pass. And this guy's got speed, hasn't he, Phil?
He does, he does. He broke our hearts last year, unfortunately, and hopefully that doesn't happen again.
Well, Matt Clutterbuck was the man that was responsible. He was too wide and actually took the dummy. And once it was broken, through they went. Mike Coman has been replaced as well, just to let you know, and Adam Brady is the new captain for the Hawke's Bay.
Coman has gone through a power of work. You certainly can't lay any blame at his feet if the result was to go Bay of Plenty's way. Boswell Wakefield, who avoided a card earlier. Back for West. Axton's got the ball in field to Thomas, who thought twice about it, but finally kicked. Boswell Wakefield. Roll! Strong in the tackle. Thomas made it. Eaton. Here's Guildford getting involved. Guildford got the offload away. Then the ball comes loose in the tackle. Josh Shaw, in fact.
Allardyce, I think. Michael Allardyce, I think, just the offload. And they need players like Guildford and Kaka, West, those special players to create this. And I think they're going to have to really open it up now, Hawke's Bay. take a few risks now, use these sort of players. There he is, Kaka, and really open it up, take the offloads, take the risky passes. Guildford did well here, try to put it through. Watch Allardyce come through, and he got hit right in the tackle, and that might be Callum Retallick.
Big Red, the man who made the tackle.
Good defence for Retallick.
There are some eerie similarities here between last year's game and this.
I think Bay of Plenty have got to be careful they don't go into their shells and stop trying to hold on to that lead and keep playing rugby.
Well, we'll see if Willie Losay can have a quick chat to Mike Coman just about how brutal things are out there. And you'll let us know, Willie, when you've tracked the big man down as they come out of the back through Joe Tupat. Beard, the new man, kick through. It's a good kick too. Conservative play, but a good play in the situation, keeping the Hawke's Bay side pinned in their own 22.
Nice play, Sam Beard. Educated little grubber through just to keep the pressure back on the visitors.
We just need to get out of where we are, I think, with 5 minutes to go.
Take made from Torfova. Bay of Plenty with the ball. Ripia. It's gone through Beard now. Out to Kenny Lynn. And Kenny Lynn.
First man, well done.
Loses the ball in the tackle. Chris Eaton. Here's Ehire West.
Here we go.
Now Kaka. And Kaka got the ball out of the back, picked up. Taken ahead by Tony Lambourne. A feature of the Hawke's Bay 7 side where he's linked up with the likes of West and Kaka before. We'll come back for the knock-on. And let's head alongside Willie with Mike Coman.
Yes, thanks, Sumo. Mike, what do you need to do to win this game, mate?
We need to get some territory first. We need to get down there. About 5 minutes to go. I think we need to have a solid platform right now. We need probably need something special from one of the boys out wide, I think.
It's been a game of two halves. Why so frustrating in the second 40?
Like I said, we just haven't had any territory. And to be fair, they've been a lot more clinical when they've been in our half. I mean, that first half we spent a lot of time inside their 22, but we didn't accumulate any points, which was frustrating.
What is it about these games and you know, the closeness of it? We remember that game last year, 42-41. Is this a similar outcome, possibly?
I hope so. Yeah, it's just the Battle of the Bay. It's a big one. It's generally pretty close. And like I said, hopefully one of those young fellas pull out something special on full time for us.
All right, Mike. Thanks for talking to us. And Sumo's pleased that you've got blood on your face again.
The rugby world is pleased that Mike Coman is bleeding. It means that everything is in alignment.
Not a bad option too for Hawke's Bay here. The back three will be, they'll have to go back for the long kick, won't they? So that brings the opportunities, doesn't it, Phil? If they get a good scrum for them to have a crack with these exciting Hawke's Bay backs.
It does. I think they'll be looking to use Zach Guildford here, I'd say.
Well,
Ripia's got to lead a drift, doesn't he? He's got to drift with this Sam Beard and just hold, because it looks they'll try and get it out to Buck. It looks like it's going to be a miss two to Buckman and then Guildford. Great opportunity to launch for Magpies, even though they're at the other end of the field.
Scrum turns. The ball is there to use, and gone is the call. So out it comes. Jody Allen is the man who picked it up. There's the wide ball to Buckman. Buckman got it out the back, and Guildford can't pick up. So lost forward into touch. A scrum or a line out. That's the option.
Scrum or line out?
Yeah, a bit of a pressure ball, but again, Guildford. There's Buckman, just offloads it nicely. Should have taken that. Probably looking up again. They ran out of room. Good defence from Bay of Plenty.
It's been a mixed bag for Zach today, but he shows enough work rate and enough touches to know that he's still got plenty of class.
Oh, absolutely. And yeah, he'll be frustrated, but and there he is there, because he's got high standards. And Bay of Plenty swings back to them, coming up to 3 minutes out. Probably just about ready to slow it down, but I take on board Phil Burley's comments to say you've just got to keep playing rugby right through to the 80-minute mark.
Yes, 9.
Bit of scrum this time from Bay of Plenty. Tupe out of the back. Brings in off tougher offer. tackle for VAR, should I say. Ripped out.
9!
Lynn getting himself busy. Short ball dropped by Royal. And we'll have a scrum. So Hawke's Bay will get at least one more possession with 2.5 on the clock. This one's not over, I can guarantee you that. Hames looks up ruefully.
Bay of Plenty head to Eden Park next Saturday. The early game on Saturday against Eden Park, and of course Hawke's Bay. 4:35 at Forsyth Bar. First Ranfurly Shield defence from the Otago rugby team.
You're pretty excited about that, aren't you, Matt?
Come up.
Well, I am. I'm so excited for Otago as well. I thought it was special, very special. 56 years. And for the Shield to be there, a lot of people 56 and under have never seen it, sighted it, and now they've got it, and that is Shield country. Well done, Otago.
Oh, it's amazing. Not a single player of your generation, Matthew, has ever held that Ranfurly Shield, and there's been some greats through that Otago side.
Absolutely.
Likes of Wilson and Ellis, Laney, Penny, Joseph, Hoft, Muse. Eaton just dropped it off to Achilles Kaka. 1.5 remaining. It's 90 seconds away from closing time in the Battle of the Bay.
Can they repeat last year at McLean Park?
This man will have to have a say if they're going to. It's Ehire West, who slipped out of one and found support. Good bullocking run too from Squinby. Ball away, West again. Here's Guildford. Guildford took the tackle but ran over the top. So front foot ball. Eaton whips it across. A chance to attack through Allardyce, who will set play on the halfway line. Again, the ball is good from Eaton. Again, it's Ehire West who gets out of one. Thought about the ball to O'Connor, but he was in front. Here they come. Lambourne. Tackled by Cullum Retallick.
Ball's there.
Retallick getting in the way. Kaka moves into first receiver. Guildford again. Guildford through the gap. Zach Guildford up to the 22-metre line.
Great play, Guildford.
Eaton clears away. Again, it's Kaka at first receiver and Ehire West. That ball was well above him. Open play running, though. And it's a good set for Eaton. The full-time Hooters gone here at the ground. Guildford, good ball from Guildford. Vainu, out of one, out of two, shrugs off a third. Got the ball away, it went loose in the tackle.
Leave it go.
No call from the referee.
Use it.
6 out from the line, now the big boys go to work.
Phil Burley's on his feet.
Use it.
Lambourne gets around the right-hand side of that breakdown. Bay of Plenty not committing numbers. They know how important it is to man up on this Hawke's Bay line.
They've only got 14 players too, Sumo.
The call was to use it. That is the line right there. Too short, Lambourne. Pick and drive play, Hawke's Bay. So close. Ball loose, and the Steamers can't get a hand on it. Buckman! Richard Buckman. It's an absolute mess in there. Mike Fraser is letting it go. He'll blow it up.
Should be our ball.
A turnover play. Bay of Plenty, camped on their own line, have managed to withstand a late attack from the Magpies. They win the Battle of the Bays. This year, Bay of Plenty is the Bay.
Well, they are the Bay. They've earned the right, and a great play from the Magpies at the end to try and steal. Buckman got held up right at the end when he dived over. Good play from Guildford, but this time Bay of Plenty showed enough in the second half, particularly when Guildford was off the field. That's where they won 13 points, and that's allowed them to win 24-20, and Bay of Plenty won their first game of this year's ITM Cup.
Well, some happy boys, some tired boys. Phil Burley, they got the job done in the end. The first half, they did not look accurate. They had hardly any territory, but that second half must have been some team talk from Herb Schuller. What was the difference for you?
Oh, I think that territory, Willie Repair really put them in the game, getting into their half, and not making those crucial errors, I guess, which happened in the first half. They converted with the points, and yeah, happy to get that win. Been beaten by them a couple of times in the last second. Guildford scoring one a few years ago right in the corner, and it was nice, yeah, nice to get a win against these boys.
All right, well, let's head down on the field. Willie Losar standing by with his namesake, Willie Ripia.
Hey, Willie, congratulations. The turnaround at half-time, what changed?
Attitudes changed. We thought in that first half, we didn't come out here with the right mindset, and you know, we didn't perform in that first 40, so it was up to us to put our attitudes in and get excited and, I guess, have the ball. We defended for majority of that first half, and obviously can't score if you're defending.
Yeah, discipline seemed to be a problem, but you obviously got over that, and then that 10 minutes, that crucial 10 minutes while Zach Guildford was in the bin?
Oh, that's very crucial. Playing with 14 players is very hard, but you know, our boys, we dug in. It's quite relieving to get our first win, and you know, back at home with our supporters, great support, and you know, the weather thought was going to pack in, but it ended up being quite nice and got a bit of a tan out there.
Just a quick word on the crowd as well. Great to see all the kids and everybody supporting you today.
Oh, it's wonderful. Every team wants a big home crowd. As you know, when you're a bit down like we were in that first 40, they sort of lift you up and give you an extra leg. So we're thankful for their support, and hopefully they come up to Auckland when we go up on Saturday.
All right, mate, best of luck against Auckland on Saturday. And also Mike Cohen,